The most important media outlet in the country right now.
Welcome to the Watering Hole. This is episode 98.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Here we go.
nothing on the practice intro you had.
Yeah.
Ooh.
How
Here
often
we
do,
are.
do you ever practice your intros?
Yeah, every morning.
Yeah,
Do you really?
of course.
I sometimes in the car just practice talking
Really? You
to
mimic
myself.
him?
Not him. I just myself. On
You want to have a go?
No,
Do you reckon you could do it?
I
Go
don't
on.
think so.
Can you do it?
I got a
Go on.
stupid voice.
Go on.
No, go on.
Welcome to the Watering Hole. This is episode 98. Fellas, we're back in the room. That's what you usually say, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Are we going to give it to him?
No.
That was
Up here,
alright.
big guy.
Hey, you had a go. You had a go.
Nice. Oh, well, welcome back to the Watering Hole podcast.
Yeah, dude. We're here.
You know, I'm glad to be back in the room.
Mm. 98.
Oh,
2 away.
1998 was a bad year.
2 away.
Two away.
Mm.
So, let's... what do you want to do?
Oh,
wanna do the
you know what?
formalities?
Before we get anywhere,
Okay.
we need to talk about this. We need to talk about that shirt.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
fantastic
Yeah,
shirt.
look at this. Shit.
How good is that?
Rambits.
And I'll move the mic.
Move the mic.
And on certain angles, it does look like you're wearing a shirt of yourself.
But how good is it?
I love that shirt. I love that, like,
Players Country.
yeah, it's sick.
Players Country Club. Yeah.
Check them out if you haven't. But those shirts are everywhere.
How's that? So my beautiful wife,
Mm-hmm.
I rocked up home and I saw the Players Country Club bag
Oh,
by the doorstep. And
you
I was
know,
like,
cheeky
I
present.
was like, oh, she's got me a little present.
Yeah, yeah.
But she got herself a present too. So she got herself the Brooks Koepka T-shirt
Ah,
and got me the John Rambo,
Mm.
the
right.
Rambits,
Yeah.
the Ramblings.
Is the Brooks because of...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
nice.
because he's a dish. Yeah,
He's a
no. So she got
piece
the
of
Brooks.
meat.
She got me the John Rahm one.
Nice.
Nice little handwritten note. Got a little towel in there as well.
Towel? The works.
Definitely go hit
Check
him up.
out.
Have a look on Instagram.
Check out
I've
Players Country
been
Club.
wanting to get a
Mm.
shirt from them.
They
for
were
sure.
everywhere at Liv.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everywhere. They got so many, like, yeah.
The Cam Smith one's dope. That looks
Hey.
so good.
The Greg.
Oh,
Norman.
the
I
Greg
love
one.
the fact they got a Lucas Herbert in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick.
The Bryson one's cool too. I mean,
Yeah,
they're all
They're
sick.
all sick.
Yeah. Oh, well,
But-
definitely be hitting
There'll
up some
be
more
some
of those
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
My birthday's
Really
coming up.
comfy too. Nice material. Nice and thick.
Witness
Hides the
thickness.
rolls.
That's good.
Rambo.
Slimming.
Rambits.
Yeah, check him out. Definitely check him out on
Mm.
Instagram, Players Country Club,
Big fan.
and yeah, give him a shout
Hell yeah.
out. So
Formalities.
now that we're looking fresh and the fit, formalities.
Go ahead, Chris.
Am I doing it?
You always do
I
it.
need to thank the Premier of South Australia, Peter Malinauskas.
You had the interview with him, you know.
Yeah.
He's my mate.
Pete.
We're tight now.
Petey.
Big Swing Golf Mile End, as always. And I went and visited the crew out at Pirate Life last week.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Need to send a
Our
shout
friends.
out to Ali and Oren.
Yep.
Pirate Life. There's some good discussions that happened last
I love
week.
a good
so
discussion.
I'm not going to say too much, but watch this space.
I hate that shit so much. But happy days.
So
I
I've
love
got
Pirate Life.
I've got the. If we're talking about shirts, I've got the South Coast on.
Yeah. I've just got Live Adelaide because Live and Adelaide.
But on
Makes
the
sense.
Yeah.
on the note of thanking Pirate Life,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
we've got back the Live Golf beers. Now I listened back to last week, and you asked me to ask the question of what's in the can.
You didn't do it,
I
did you?
forgot.
fuck's sake.
I forgot. There was too many other exciting things we were talking about.
I want to know what's in the
I will.
substance inside of this.
I will find that out.
So we do the Pirate Life
Hot crack.
hot crack,
Tip of the crack.
Oh,
but
tip
we
of the crack.
do the tip of the crack.
Tip of the crack. Tip of the hat.
Now, I
I'm gonna
had-
say as well, we got to be saying hot crack more often because I feel like
We-
we've
you know,
let
we-
it slide a bit.
You know what? I reckon about the same time last year, you brought up the same thing, that we kind of deviated from hot crack.
Yeah, but I say it on the course.
You say it
Sometimes when I hit a really nice drive.
so
Ooh,
so
yeah,
much.
That's a hot crack.
Yeah.
I love a hot crack.
Oh,
Can
I'm
I
all
say-
about the hot
I
crack.
was at, you know what? It's kind of slipped. I forgot where I was the other day. I was in a work meeting,
Yeah.
and I had a can of Pepsi Max.
You say, oh, nice crack.
I did. Oh, no, I opened it up mid-meeting. I'm like, oof, hot crack. Like, just kind of quietly to myself.
I found a fair way that one.
Hey, you hear that one, Jennifer? It was a good crack.
So Chris, you had the tip of the crack 2 weeks ago. I had last week.
Yeah.
So now we turn our attention to the White Dog.
And you know what?
White Dog 3000.
Just quickly, you know
Yeah.
what he's done?
What?
He's manoeuvred this nicely. So guess who gets the tip of the crack in episode 100?
Oh, fuck that. I'm taking
I
that.
think we should all have one at 100.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably should.
My tip of the crack, my Pirate Life hot crack tip of the crack this week goes to the PGA Championship.
Mm.
4 invites to LIV players.
Mm.
Massive.
Mm.
Not off any, world ranking points or anything like that, just from their
Just extending the olive branch.
Just
throwing the love
just
around.
from vibe.
which is great. I feel like this snowball is rolling. This is going to happen more and more, and we're going to really sort it out. So I think at the moment it's McKibben. Going to be McKibben.
I was waiting.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Hey, there'd be 5, wouldn't there?
Is it?
David Pooch.
Pooch.
David Pooch.
Yeah.
Pat
McKibben,
Reed.
Yeah.
Pat Reed.
DJ.
DJ. And Neiman.
Yeah, but Neiman earned his spot.
Yeah, but,
That was off points. That was off his.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're just
You're talking
saying
about
purely
invites.
off...
Yeah, but hey, this tip of the crack goes to all of it.
Mm.
Anyway,
Let's do it.
hot crack coming at you.
Nice one, Whitey.
Yeah, good
Thanks.
Whitey. Hot crack.
Yeah, hot crap.
Oh.
Fizz. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Pirate Life. We love you.
Yeah, as I said, some cool stuff around that.
Yeah, we need to get down there,
Yeah, for sure.
spend some time,
Mm.
taste all the tasty beverages.
Yeah.
Golf and beer go hand
You know,
in
I-
hand, yeah.
Go hand.
You know,
in
I
hand.
got a little walk through the cool room.
Oh, did
No.
you?
That's like.
When-
That's like
when-
you remember when you were a kid and you used to go to like the Lego exhibitions?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it was like.
Oh, nice. Learning about all
Lego
the hops.
or Lego?
No, it's Lego.
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 Yeah, yeah.
No,
Come
come
on.
just so we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can't be saying Lego.
And you're wearing a little Pirate Life South Coast shirt
I
there.
mentioned that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't listening. Sorry.
Yeah.
There we go.
Very nice. Colour coordinated with the Torquay hat.
I like this hat.
It's like you planned it.
Yeah, well.
Who would have thought?
We've got our wardrobe department here.
Yeah, yeah.
So, obviously, we've just had a live event, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
Our golf, should we just get out of the way?
Yeah, yeah. I'm happy to let it rip. I don't have much to bring because I didn't play last week, but I looked over my last month or so scores. I'm in a slump. I am playing terribly. Yeah, so I'm lowering my expectations for Saturday.
So, stroke round.
Stroke round this Saturday. I'm lowering my expectations. I'm just going to try to go out there with a positive vibe and sink some putts. I think for me it's putting. I just need to get the putter going. But if I don't, whatever.
Nice attitude.
Thanks.
Nice.
It's a I don't give a fuck attitude.
So, you saw that thing that was sent through to us during the week
Yeah.
about
Mm-hmm.
just going out there and enjoying the moment?
I felt like that's what I was like last round when I got 19 stable points. I feel like I was kind of trying to go in that realm of just who cares, just enjoy the day, and it worked because I enjoyed that round more than the week before, even though I played better the week before.
Yeah.
But yeah, golf is still always more enjoyable when you're playing well. Bottom line. But yeah. Anyway,
Chris.
that's me.
I'm going to play this week at some point. Haven't locked it in yet. And lessons next week.
Locked in.
Oh, I haven't locked it in, but
Oh,
I've-
no. You can't say that.
no, it's
No.
it's on my agenda.
Okay.
It'll be locked in by the end of this week.
You can't say it's locked in. It's next
I said
week.
it's not locked in.
Okay, but you can't say it's next week when you haven't booked it.
Well, that's what I'm aiming for.
Ones if they're booked out.
Well, then that's on them. It's not on me then.
Cool. Do it.
Yeah, no, another terrible round for me on the weekend.
Mm.
No good.
Yeah.
Get this. So we were playing in the comp. I thought it was a stroke round,
Mm.
and we got to, I think,
12
would have
holes.
been 13 or 14 holes in,
Mm.
and then found out it was a stable fit.
Mm.
Now, I was going terrible, like either way, really.
Were people on your ass? Holding up play?
No, actually, we played pretty quick. It
Oh,
was just
that's
the field that slowed us down. Like, we were really quick.
Oh,
through it.
that's all right.
But either way, I maintain that is why I played terribly. Do you think if you have it, whether it's a stroke round or Stableford in your mind,
Yeah.
like, because you said you like when it's Ambrose, you feel like you can really swing, go for it because you got the fact that someone else is shooting behind you,
Yeah.
whatever. You got other shots. Do you think does that change your mindset when you go from a stroke
It does.
round to a stable?
I don't think to a huge extent, but it does slightly because I've had stroke rounds that I've shot terribly, and I've been shitty about it and whatnot. But when I look at the Stableford points, because they with your handicap they still do Stableford points, I got like 32 points.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. So it might change your mentality a little bit if you're concentrating on Stableford points and not what your overall score is. But I don't know.
Yeah. It's anyway. So it was a terrible round.
Yeah.
Regardless. So I really got to lock in because I got a couple of flag rounds coming off, which means the handicap goes up.
Yeah.
And I need it to go
Well, it has to
the
go down.
other direction.
To be honest with
has
you,
to go down.
if my handicap goes up, I'm okay with that.
but
Yeah, I want to get some points back. I want to start making myself feel good again.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, what's because obviously I feel like with golf it's so up and down from like almost like month to month or
Yeah.
like a couple
From
of months.
hole to hole, it's up and down.
No, but I mean, like I feel like you have stretches and you can almost see this. Like you go through like 3 or 4 weeks where you're playing awesome.
Yeah. Literally, the
I mean, you might have-
statistics
yeah.
you can follow it, and I'm like, oh wow, I was up here, and then you drop down, then
Because you're trying to obviously play to a lower handicap, so then it's harder. But like, yeah, I don't know what's worse. I don't know what's better. Like lowering the handicap and you're kind of around the mark, but you can't quite get
I think this is
playing even to it because this is like where the handicap system's a bit.
well,
funny.
I think this is where not playing comp, just playing social golf is a bit different because
Yeah.
that's just going straight off a score, not necessarily how your handicap or if it's Stableford, how that affects it. You're just going off I shot of this today, so it's a bit more measurable.
It's just
Because if you're concentrating on the Stableford points and stuff, that's where it gets a bit confusing.
as soon as your handicap goes up a bit,
Mm.
then it seems so achievable when you start getting 36.
Yeah, and
40 points.
And you're
all
like,
the
fuck,
rest
I
of it.
got 36 points,
Yeah.
but I also shot a 10 whatever.
Yeah,
So it's I don't know,
interesting.
it's very interesting.
But hey, stroke round again on the weekend.
I know I was hoping for a Stableford for my big return, but
No,
that's all right.
but our other playing partner got he surprised to spin away for a while.
Couple of
And he's-
months.
and now he sent through a picture. He got some new irons.
Yeah,
Now
Titleist.
it's- he got the Titleist T200s.
Yes, he's a player.
So he's he's.
You got
just-
Titleist.
I miss Camilo. He's the
Yeah,
man. He's the
but
fucking
like,
man.
when you see someone get some new gear and you're like, oh,
You get
now-
excited.
Now
Yeah.
I need something new. Although in saying that,
Mm.
the Callaway AI Smoke driver,
Yeah.
For sale.
it's back in this room. It's out of the bag.
He offered,
I feel like you go
he
back
offered-
and forth.
he
so-
offered
Yeah, I
me
do.
a deal on that before.
The TaylorMade Sim 2's gone back in the bag, and I hit it so much better.
Mm.
Even though I didn't actually hit too many.
You don't hit
drives that well.
driver often.
No, but even when I didn't hit driver like great. I still make so much better contact with that than what I do with the Callaway.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
Yeah, right.
When it feels good, it feels good.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
It's all about mindset on the way to the golf course. Really.
Now, how much importance do you place on a ball?
0.
No, you don't. Doesn't make a
Super
difference,
soft. Super soft, whatever.
I don't think potentially anyone in this room is at the level where the ball makes that much
yeah?
difference.
Speak for yourself, man. Fuck,
Do you place importance on a ball?
I'm elite. No, can you tell the difference between hitting certain balls?
Oh,
or not?
honestly, I can't.
No.
No.
Truly?
It would have to take me a lot of effort to hit, say, 10 of Callaway Super Soft and then 10 whatever, to kind of notice a difference. But if I go from ball to ball, I'm so inconsistent with hitting it
Yeah,
cleanly,
yeah.
it's hard to know what the difference
I'm sure there are a lot of people listening to this podcast that they would be able to.
is. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's just not me.
Not me either.
It's funny. Like I decided that on the weekend was a good time just to try
Hmm.
a new ball because I use a lot of like the Strixon balls and stuff, but I used to use the Bridgestone E12s a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like I get really good contact off them. It's good feel off the club face and all the rest of it. It's not, But I tried these TaylorMade balls and it was a shocker.
Mm.
But there's nothing more depressing. So I bought just a sleeve
Yeah.
of balls. First one got absolutely battered by hitting into trees and everything. His poor ball was just scuffed up and everything. Probably would have been
Gone through
like
the
an
works.
oval by
Yeah,
the
yeah.
end of 2 or 3 holes. Like just got battered around.
Yeah.
And then I hit one, thought it went out of bounds, so I hit a provisional. Second ball from the sleeve, just different marking.
Mm.
And then, so yeah, hit that, found the first ball, and then I said to Jimmy, who we were playing with, I said, he goes, do you want me to pick up your other ball, your second one?
Mm.
And I was like, yeah, if you can, I found the first. And then we got to the next hole, I said, have you got that ball, Jim? He goes, oh, no, I left it there. I said, I thought you were going to pick it up. And he goes, no, I left it there. So that's 2 balls gone. and then the next one, put it out of bounds. So it was 3. And it's like, it just goes.
That's,
And I was like,
that's depressing.
That's where I'm like, I really wish I didn't care about the ball that I used. But
yeah.
now I'm because I'm playing so regularly, I sort of lock into a couple that I like to use.
Yeah.
But it's funny when you change to a different ball, I don't know if it's all mental or not, but it does feel different.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I'm
I
sure
guess
it probably
even
does.
just like the view of just some of the markings, the lines, I don't know, it looks a bit different. But
Yeah, right.
yeah, I was, like I said, bought the balls and they were gone. Just
There's
quickly
nothing
as I
more
got 'em.
depressing, though, than cracking open a fresh sleeve and then by, hole 4, you're on the last one. You're like, fuck, okay.
Mount Compass was depressing.
Yeah,
I'm
you
pretty
you
sure
went
I
through some
donated
balls.
a box.
Yeah,
It was.
Of fresh new balls.
That's the thing about those courses, though. There's like those yums. They
Yeah.
just suck up the balls.
Oh, yeah.
The yummies.
You just gotta use some old balls.
Don't yuck my yum.
Don't yuck my yum, yeah.
You got to use old balls on
Yeah.
yum yums.
So on that note, obviously that's really our golf. There's not much there.
Not much
but
to say.
we gotta get out. We
Well,
gotta
yes.
play.
Yeah, we do have to. We're talking. We had a little meeting before we started tonight, and we will be. And with that,
Yeah.
Seacliff
Yep.
Golf Club
Just
have
opened up, yeah.
reopened. Well,
Is it officially reopened?
it's
Yes.
officially
Yeah,
reopened.
yeah.
They had a pretty awesome opening night the other night. They had
Oh, really?
So I
party.
didn't realize the have you been there yet?
I went past there tonight.
Yeah, the pro shop
Mm.
is before the putting green now.
Yeah.
So you remember where the Marion was?
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
you go past it and it's on the left. It's actually before the putting green. And it looks sick.
Yeah.
I haven't been in there yet, but I drove past
Yeah.
it and I had a suss and sick.
We should make time to talk,
Yeah.
don't you think?
Oh, we chucked cheeky little.
Hey,
We've been in contact with Seacliff.
I love a good pro shop. I love a good clubhouse.
Clubhouse
So
is elite.
I think we should go there and spend a bit of time.
We are going to go down there and do something.
As people in Adelaide should get around, spread the love.
Yes.
Some of these new
Actually,
places that have
especially
invested money.
Invested a lot of money in there.
You know what I mean?
Have a suss. Have a look.
Hey?
Eh?
They had a cool little opening night party. They had like a sim out there. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good
Nice.
event. It was a beautiful event here.
Yeah.
Had a couple of bun on there.
Yeah, nice. All right, well, let's get into it. Eh?
Mm.
We just had an event.
Let's talk about what we're
Speaking
here
of
to talk about.
events, we
Speaking
had a
of
live
events,
event.
we had an LIV. Hey, Korea.
Very good.
Korea.
Perfect timing for us in Adelaide.
Great timing. How good was that?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Did you almost forget on Friday?
No,
I did only because
I
had a
wasn't
stressful job,
wasn't
but-
working,
Oh,
so I was, and I had to drop Tani off at the hospital. Nothing major, but I was just waiting in the car for ages, so I was just watching live. It was sick.
Yeah. I love that time frame. It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
hard when it's in the US because it's
Yeah.
the
Mm.
time different.
You weigh up do I just stay in bed and you try and watch it in bed and you're like, you're not
Yeah.
staying awake. You got to
You
get up.
tired. you feel
I was
like,
just completely in dad mode. I'm like, yeah, no, I'll take care of Austin. Just park him with me in front of the TV. We're playing, watching golf. Fantastic weekend.
Hey, what do we reckon? What are your initial thoughts?
My initial thoughts, I love the event. The event seemed great.
It's a fantastic event.
The course didn't really
You didn't like
do
the
it-
course?
Nah, it didn't do it for me. It's probably to be honest, it's probably the least favourite looking course.
You know what's funny
that I've
about
seen on
this?
Live.
Like, I was going to bring this up with, deciding what our favourite courses are from Live.
Yeah.
I can't remember most of the time, unless I've played the course or I've seen it in person. Through just watching it through a TV, it's not memorable for me. Most courses, unless it's a great event and then it's memorable. But in terms of just the course itself, I can't remember them. I mean, it's probably just my stupid brain, but you know,
Yeah.
I didn't
No.
mind it.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually said to Chris, it didn't look like there were a lot of numbers there on the first day.
Sure,
But then again, it feels like it's been this way with a few of the events.
it's usually like the last event.
the second and third day.
Yeah, yeah,
like
the,
it really
the sad day
picks
and
up.
yeah,
What I did love about it was the fact that and I like that obviously
pardon me.
with like Ripper GC and that obviously is the Adelaide event, they really hype up that team. I like the fact the Ironheads got a bit of love and
Yeah.
it's kind of like their home deck, I guess.
I heard that in the merch tent, Crush was out in front by a mile, but then second place was Ironheads
Well,
for sales,
what was it? Crushers, I think 60% of the merch
something like that.
was Crushers.
But I reckon that'd be almost similar to here. I mean, Ripper would get a shit ton here, but
Yeah,
the Crushers gear sold out big time.
that's just
While we're on Crushers gear,
Hmm.
they need to release that crew neck.
the crew
that
neck.
Bryson was
Oh
wearing.
yeah, dude. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was real crisp.
And I don't care what it costs.
No, I've got
Hey, Reebok, charge me whatever you want.
a little gripe while we're on that.
Hey,
Okay.
take my card.
Why can't we get stuff in this? Like, they sell stuff on the US site for Liv
Yeah,
because they got the Grayson gear
yeah.
for Ripper and Legion 13. Let me buy it on the fucking Australian website.
At the end of the day, it's
You want money, Liv?
Oi,
I'll give you money.
it's a global company.
Yeah.
Liv is global. It's
Yeah.
not an American company. Hey, throw me a bone. And
Hey,
by
and-
that, I mean a crew neck.
And look, Korea was the prime example. Look how much money they spent. Were they like the highest spending on golf? That's a terrible.
Yeah,
framing of a
yeah, yeah.
sentence.
I know what
You
you're
what I
saying.
mean?
The Koreans love
Spend
golf
the
merch.
most money on golf.
Yeah, right.
Maybe you're Korean.
Who?
You.
Don't.
Maybe.
Don't make any jokes.
I was like, what?
Don't make any.
Anyway.
Don't do anything.
Italian,
I have to edit.
Korean, you know.
Yeah, the event itself, like I said, I think the final days
Yeah.
looked a lot bigger crowd wise. Obviously, when they're easy to watch our time, it makes them more enjoyable for
Yeah.
me. The course was pretty like linksy in the sense that it was pretty undulated and
Undulation, yes.
Yeah, and it, like a lot of the shots were either below or above your feet. You know, the second shot.
Did you notice the layout that it was weird? Like the front nine and the back nine were like one was the more urban style, the other was the more link style. Did you notice it?
No,
No.
I didn't really.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, it was.
yeah, yeah. Well,
yeah, it was.
You're
guys
idiots.
You should have paid attention. Too much water.
Oh, fucking.
Yeah.
Oh,
There was a couple
Jesus.
of real unlucky, you know.
Oh, Anaban Lahiri.
Oh, dude.
oh,
That was hard to watch.
that guy.
If you didn't see, literally hit the pin and then it rolled off the green into the water.
Like
That
just shows you. Like
it's
we
a
shared
cruel,
it and we're
cruel
like,
game.
this sport.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's like
He breaks my heart. That guy.
Lahiri?
He feel like I can feel his pain.
Mm.
Like when I go back to was it Chicago that he
Bryson.
Bryson stole
Yeah.
that event, and then this with that. Did you hear his frustration?
Yeah, I heard him
missed,
swearing.
he missed the putt, the short putt. He's like, I knew it. Like, and he just went nuts. Oh,
Poor
Hey,
guy.
good
Poor
player.
guy.
Good player out of luck.
yeah.
Yeah. In saying that, though, how many chip-ins and hole-outs were there at this event? It was
Richard Bland is
ridiculous.
doing this every week.
Ian Poulter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear to God, he
Yeah.
has won every. I think I commented on that on one of their posts. I reckon every event he has, like, a chip in.
Some sort of highlight.
Yeah, every time. I
Poulter's
feel
the
like he
man.
does
I love Poulter.
Mm.
Hey, he got some points,
Got
did he
some
not?
points.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There was a couple of I think there was a couple of guys that may have got some points.
Bubba was up there.
Did Mito end up getting
Mito.
points?
Mito's, yeah.
Mito, yep.
There we go. So-
Making some moves.
Obviously, the winner
Hmm.
of Korea,
Bryson DeChambeau, which,
finally.
great to see, because he's been in some form.
Yeah.
Since the Masters, I feel like he's just been trending in that
Here
direction.
we go.
Since the Masters
Here
or
Oh,
we go.
since the Green
we
Machine
go.
bounce GC trade?
Since the Masters, he doesn't give a fuck about your
Hey,
fantasy
he's
league.
on my team,
So,
and trust me, he'll give a fuck. So, Bryson DeChambeau got it done.
Yes.
So,
he looked great all weekend.
Oh,
So what was
especially with that crew neck.
Oh, fantastic.
So T5 at
The Masters.
Miami,
Mm-hmm.
T5 at the Masters.
Yeah.
And then second
In Mexico.
Yeah.
in Mexico, and then gets the win.
Yeah.
lot of
Really
points.
in
Now-
some form for sure.
Was it that he was leading every final round for the past 4 events? Was that? Did I read that right?
You're telling the story.
No, I'm
I,
asking.
I
did you
think
guys
you know.
see-
Yeah. I think
Was it that?
they were talking about like the Sunday curse. Is it a curse yet? And if he did lose the lead, would have been a bit of a thing. So, but yeah,
Did he led every day though? Didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. He looked great. He looked really good.
Chucky 3 sticks.
Oh, yeah.
Came from yeah
How's-
out of nowhere.
How's shooting 9 under on the final day and still coming second?
Yeah.
Now that's another thing I want to talk about. Let's say you 2 idiots are on the same team.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
No,
Whatever.
no, just want to
aggressive, but
want to make you laugh.
Mm.
Chris, you're the captain. I'll give you because you're older.
Right. Yeah.
And
I'd probably trade Whitey then.
and you're the,
No, I just trade everyone.
and you're the better golfer. So, Chris, you've got Whitey on your team. All right.
What do you want for him?
How does that go in the
Yeah.
final day? Like, obviously, you want to win individually.
yeah.
And I liked what the comments that they
Did you
said.
hear Pat?
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say Prez was talking about it. Yeah.
But like,
Obviously, I call him Pat now.
how does that feel? Obviously, you're going into the final round. You go on shot for shot. You don't want to see Whitey falter. You know, you want him to. You want him to get a win too, but you want the win equally.
I think bottom line, I think the team aspect is a big part of LIV,
Yeah.
but it's secondary to the individual. That's what I think.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
there's no way either of them were going to say, "Oh, you know what? I'm just going to not try as hard." I don't necessarily think that you wish bad upon another player. It's
Yeah.
more, I hope I play
wanna
better.
Beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I play well, I play better. So
Did you see? I think Annabelle
Yep.
spoke to them after the presentation and everything.
sure.
Like it was a bit jokey, but there was kind of some
Oh yeah.
like Bryson was like, I wanted to kick his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and I think like they were making light of it, but it was serious.
Yeah,
Like
they're
it's still an individual.
sportsmen.
It's still an individual sport.
I think what's cool about it is I actually think it would have spurred them on to play even better golf.
Yeah.
And
Oh, they were playing insane golf.
well,
And
it
what-
locked down first and second for him.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, well, for me, watching it and watching them play, obviously, first and second, but it helped seal the deal.
Yeah, yeah.
For the Crushers who got the win
Yeah.
for the team as well. The Smash were right there. How good was it to see Taylor Gooch?
Taylor
back in form?
Goochen back in old 2023 form.
Really good to see him back in form.
Hell yeah.
Brooks, he was playing pretty well.
Yep.
As well. Probably fell away a bit later on, but he was playing well. So it's good to see Smash. Graham McDowell, he's awesome as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's just my only knock, probably this season, I think, with LIV, with probably what they're showing or not showing, I guess, in the. I don't know. Do you find that in the final round, like on the Saturday and the Sunday especially, you don't see much of the other golfers? It's kind of two groups, and that's about it.
I feel like they've changed that recently.
I feel like it was because
Well, maybe I've only just started noticing it, but I kind of like it feels a bit less like showing action all the time and just the marquee group.
which I don't love because
Yeah.
because LIV is so especially with the final day with the team thing, because it changes so quickly. I
Mm.
think they need to show a lot more of the other players on those teams, which they do. For example, when it was coming like Legion 13 and they were showing like a bit more of like Caleb Surratt, I think that was more Mexico than this event.
Mm.
And they show like McKibben and all that sort of stuff. So when the teams are up there, they show a bit more of those players. But for example, like Rahm had gone again. It looked like he was going to be
He
finished 24th or
Yeah.
28th
Yeah, he's
at one stage, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden he's back there. And at one stage, it looked like he could actually get up to like second or third.
never count him out.
But I never saw a shot of
Well,
him.
and Cam Smith as well.
And so it was bizarre to me because you got You got John Rahm.
Rahm Burtz,
Pat,
the man.
Look at the shirt.
Yeah,
Pat
yeah.
Reed was another one that was making a charge on the final day, and you really only saw like a couple of shots.
So I don't know.
But
they're
don't
probably-
you think though? Overall, at the end of the event, the winner is the storyline. So I understand all those other shots and all those
But I
other
think-
people are
And then
important.
also you do
but-
have the option to watch whoever you want to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but the best part about LIV, I guess, is that you've got all the guys playing at the same time. You
Mm.
want to see all those shots, like bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
You know, like,
That does kind of make it harder, though, really, from a broadcast perspective.
oh, fuck 'em, I want to see.
Well, no. Well, think about it. Like, all the crew that you need covering everything. Like,
But I feel like
everything
they,
goes back to the production van on
and
the
they,
spot.
but they got slammed for this by, the non-LIV folk. Probably in the sort of first and second season. Probably more so the second season and more eyeballs on it. But I feel like they've probably gone even further the other way where they're just showing those marquee groups. I'd like to see more of the
like I
other
said, it's something that I've only just noticed, and I wonder if that was like a
maybe, but
calculated thing.
they did get slammed for it a lot. Like I said, in that second year where they weren't showing a lot of the other players. So,
okay.
and I feel like they've gone further into
yeah,
that,
yeah.
where they're not showing a lot of those players.
Yeah,
But
I like the kind of showing the top guys who are making a run for the title, mostly, but definitely peppering in a lot of other players as well who are playing well that day.
So going back to the event, yeah, Chucky Three Sticks played unbelievable golf. I think I don't know. It was some of his shots were amazing.
I think just about on any other Sunday he wins that tournament.
Yeah, definitely.
Dickie B again. Dickie
Yeah.
Hey,
Ta-
love that
Taylor
guy.
Gooch on the first 2 days, he looked phenomenal. He looked like the Taylor Gooch of old.
Bubba was looking good early too.
Bubba was looking great. Yeah, there was a lot of big names in the mix.
As we said, John Rahm's finished again inside the.
And the
the
first
top 10.
day, literally, I don't know where he ended up on the first day, but I remember he was over par at one stage. I'm like, oh, okay, shit, this might be his weekend where he doesn't make it in the top 10. And then by the last day, he's back there again. It's just, you can never count him out.
Don't ever bet on him to finish outside the top 10.
I feel like it's a guarantee at this point.
Good trade.
Also, we haven't even touched on it. 2 aces on the first day.
Yeah.
2 aces on the first fucking day.
Yeah.
How's Burmy thought he won a car?
Oh, really?
Because they had the car.
Because they had
behind
the
it.
car, and it did go. The car goes to a fan.
Yeah.
Oh.
So before the event,
I need a car.
before the
That's
event, you
hilarious.
could enter the competition
Yeah.
and you pick a team of who you think's going to hit a hole in one that day. And this guy picked Stinger, but Burmy
Thought
thought
he
that
won it.
because he hit the hole in one, he got the car.
Oh, that's a bit of a bummer. I mean,
Hey,
you know,
Burmy,
yeah,
buy one.
probably could afford it.
Nah. Give me a free one.
Yeah, give 2 cars
I
out.
like the free stuff.
But that was pretty cool.
So
Hot
it
crack.
was nice.
Oof, that was
So it
sloppy.
was Burmy and
And Leash. Off the Leishman.
Off the Leishman. Let him off.
Leishman's a dude.
He's the
best.
bro. I love him.
So two aces.
Yeah. And then there was so many chip-ins all over the place.
A lot of people found water though as well. It
Yes.
looked like there was I can't remember who it was. Someone was hitting out some. It was Dickie Bland.
Bland
Hitting out
on the
some
last day.
Yeah, some really thick
Yeah.
shit. And I was like, how do they do it? It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
How's
different.
though on the last day, on 18, everyone goes long, right?
Yeah.
Everyone overshoots, hits the back, and then has to take their relief or whatever. Until Bryson comes along.
He's
And
on the cusp
and
of
Perez is
being
like,
in the shit.
Did you hear Perez? He's like, pick that Torquay sign out and smash it and just go for that and like go for the window up there.
Yeah.
Nah, just goes like lands. Only one that
Ball-
lands straight on the green.
So drives it almost into the water
Oh,
on the
yeah.
right, ball below his feet,
Mm.
and just sticks it and basically has
He's
an
a freak.
easy 2-putt to.
She's
to
a
win.
freak.
Big chance in the PGA next week.
He's in
Yeah,
form.
oh yeah. He's in form and he does well in majors. So
That putt though on 17.
Yeah, I had that in my notes.
That
was ridiculous.
Did you like the celebration?
Yeah.
I like the shoulder roll and the fist pump. I actually might pull that out tonight
yeah,
on the weekend. Just
let me know.
you know.
Oh, I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta let it
No,
go.
that was. I said it at the time. It's iconic.
Hmm.
Hey,
And Bryson is just loves those moments.
Hey, he's not going anywhere.
No.
Nah.
Definitely not.
Hear
Definitely
his
not.
comments?
After the event,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's not going anywhere.
This is what Liv's all about.
Yeah. He's Captain Liv.
He's Mr. Live.
Dr. Liv.
So that was Korea. Do
Hey,
you want
just a couple of little hot mic takes.
Please.
Just some little funny stuff.
Yeah.
Paul Casey,
Yeah.
this putt, you absolute bell end.
So English.
Yes.
Brilliant.
So
yeah,
English.
yeah.
Love
I
it.
heard that. I loved it.
Bryson on the 14th, when he chipped it, and he goes, how does that not go in? Pat Perez straight away, because you didn't hit it hard enough.
I'm really digging Pat Perez as the...
Yeah. Hell yeah. He's the
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I like it. I like the fact
Hey.
that he was just there on one of the days of the Jordan beanie. It just looked funny. It was good.
You're all starting to come around. You're all joining the cult of Pat Perez now.
I'm Team Pat Perez.
Hey,
He's the man.
he was very generous with his time.
I
Yeah.
may still get the tattoo anyway. I've just been mulling that over lately.
So tell me you got the standings up in front of you. Because I know
Mm.
there was a shift.
Oh, big shift.
There was a shift.
In the
Hot
Overall standings. Give us the leaderboard from Korea.
I just navigated away from it.
Well, why would you do that? You
Okay,
know
Yeah,
what's
we're
well,
coming
talking
up.
Korea, bro.
top
Is this your
10.
first podcast? I believe it's in 98.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Chris.
Bryson DeChambeau, Charles Howell III, Taylor Gooch was the podium. Patrick Reed made a charge on the final day and
Oh, P. Reed was up there.
finished T4 with Thomas Peters.
Yeah, Tommy
Peters had a
was-
good
Yeah,
day.
he had a real good day.
Matthew
Couple
Wolf,
aces.
good to see Wolfie back in form.
Yeah,
too.
that
Oh, hey.
Was sixth. Cam Smith, Kazuma, Rahm, Ortiz, Bland round out the top 10. Kazuma, the Kazuma effect.
Mm.
Ironheads need him.
Yes. They need him playing
Yeah, he's
well.
good. He's real good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's a top 10.
Beauty.
Teams. Where do you want to go? The teams?
I want to go to the teams.
Please.
And go right through them too.
Okay.
Top to bottom.
Crushes.
Mm.
Good win for
Smash.
the Crushers.
Smash were thereabouts.
And good to see Smash back up as well.
They need some
I'll,
points.
I'll read them out. You give me a little comment on each of them.
Okay.
Talk A.
Very nice.
Yeah, good to see them back in form.
Take his beer away. Range Goats.
Hell
4.
yeah.
Pink.
Ripper.
Aussies.
Nice.
Oi.
Legion 13.
Ram.
Birds.
Stinger GC featuring John Catlin.
Stinger.
Oh, yeah, that was one that was... Yeah, so Brandon Gross had
Yeah,
injury.
well, maybe out for the season.
Oof, that's a,
Heartbreaking.
yeah, that's a tough cookie.
Ben Campbell hopefully will be back for DC.
Yes.
But yeah, it doesn't look so good for Brandon Grace. And wonder what that does for his
Yeah,
Live Golf future.
definitely. Yep.
Yeah, so anyway, 4 aces.
In...
8th.
I thought they would have done better with two guys up top.
Yeah.
Varna.
Oh, really? DJ didn't... DJ was okay.
DJ faded again.
Oh, okay.
DJ's got a bit of a problem on Sundays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep that in mind.
Shouldn't have said that. Majestics 9.
Yep.
Fireballs sliding to 10th.
Yeah.
Sergio.
Back to back.
High Flyers.
Out of form.
Yep. Phil.
Yeah. Another one.
Was my tip, but, don't talk about my tips. Cleeks.
Yeah, then.
Even with Blandy up top.
Ketchup.
That's what that
Sauce.
point. All 4 players every day. The points count.
You know what? We talked about it when they changed the format, and I was a bit.
Yeah.
I love it.
yeah, it makes everyone accountable.
And Ironheads. That's disappointing.
Yeah.
Oh, they came last, did they?
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, I suppose you almost need at least 2 of your players to do well, don't you?
And then the other 2 doing okay.
Yeah, because like Bland was up there, Kazuma was up there, but then both of those teams,
But even
Clegs
so,
and Ironheads down.
like Reed and Peters were T4, both of them, and
Yeah.
still. aces
You
were
need
8th.
each player to be under par.
Yeah.
Really.
Mm.
You need 2 guys up the top and then everyone par or under, I
So-
feel like.
Varna
Mm.
hasn't really worked, has it?
I don't know.
He had glimpses this
Yeah.
season. He had glimpses of
Hey,
form.
the Aces have probably lifted a bit this year.
Yeah.
So I think, if they've got, like, Reed's starting to find a bit more form.
He's
now.
playing well.
Dustin Johnson's still finding form here and there kind of
Yeah.
thing. He's not consistent.
DJ's
week to week.
starting well.
Yeah. He's just not finishing great.
And look, he'll probably turn that around pretty quickly.
Yeah, and if
So-
they have Thomas Peters playing well as well,
So
Overall standings?
and this is where it gets interesting.
I saw this.
Joaquin Neiman
Yep.
first.
Yep.
Mhm.
You
In
number
second, yes.
2, Bryson DeChambeau.
Yes.
Look at that.
And John Rahm's gone to 3rd.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sergio's slipped down to 4th. Lucas Herbert in 5th.
Yeah.
I'll just do the top 10. Munoz in 6th. He's there or thereabouts pretty much every week.
Yep. He's been pretty consistent.
David Pooch 7, Burmese 8th, Carlos Ortiz 9, and Leishman is 10.
So yeah, Bryson moving into second. That's big. I kind of feel like that just came out of nowhere too. I feel like we weren't really having the discussion about Bryson even in the overall.
I guess,
standing.
yeah, he was, I think,
'Cause I
prior to that week, to the win, I think he was maybe just outside the top 10.
Because this is the thing, like I guess the focus has been on Neiman and Rahm and
Yeah.
Sergio, because Sergio was second and
Yeah.
he's obviously had a really
Mm.
sort of good last year, and then the start of this year was amazing for
Yeah.
him. And then the last 2 events he's been
Yeah.
pretty off.
I
Really.
feel like Bryson, since the Masters, has really improved, or just before that.
Well, yeah,
and then,
Miami, really.
And then Sergio's kind of fallen off.
yeah,
I don't know.
How's Polk's picking up some points this week? Got himself out of the drop zone.
yep,
It's wild to me that he's now got 4.50 points. That'll probably see him safe.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Any of these players that are in the drop zone, if you just get in the points,
Just get in the points.
for a event,
Yep.
you're going to be a lot safer than you were.
Now, there's just one more name I want to ask you about.
Please.
Anthony Kim.
Yeah.
Mm.
So he finished. Did he finish dead last again?
53rd.
Oh, okay. Right. So one thing I was going to ask you about it. What happens next year with Anthony Kim? Do you think that it still rolls on another season with him there, or?
Well, I saw a from Flushing It, shout out Flushing It.
Yep.
He put a post up about, that's a hot little crack. I think it was about Neiman getting invited to the US Open through LIV points.
Yep.
And I think he kind of touched on like the discussions about world rankings and stuff like that, and making LIV a bit more, what's the word, like just more, taking it more serious with their points.
Yep.
Meaning if you're in the drop zone, you're going to get dropped. So it looks like it might be taking that kind of route. So if Anthony Kim, if that ends up happening and then Anthony Kim's in the drop zone, then that's what happens.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like.
Do you think he means more of the kind of, if you actually are in the drop zone, you're not just automatically re-signed like the Brendan
Yes.
Grace thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Bubba
think it's gotta
Watson,
be
Brendan
that way.
Groves. Yeah.
The drop zone has to mean the drop zone.
Which
Yeah.
is. Yeah, I
'Cause
think in order to be taken like legitimately, that they have to.
And
do
then
that.
Yeah.
I think you can kind of like open it up to the promotions event. You open up more spots again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of segue into that perfectly. So there's been some news this week about again. So like Neiman, obviously, the invite.
Yep.
The others. So
Rankings.
McKibben, Pooch, DJ Reed, they're all going as well.
Yep.
But yeah, the World Golf Rankings that they've opened that discussion. Scott O'Neill apparently was involved in discussions again, so that's good. That must be positive to the players, especially players like Brooks Koepka, where there's question marks about whether he re-signs another contract and
You know what it is?
all the rest of it.
It's a hot girl move by Liv.
Yeah.
Walk away from the discussion. Don't
Yeah.
talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make them come back to the table.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
You want to be a hot girl so bad, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm a hot girl.
The other bit of news was about potentially having an event in South Africa.
Yes. I did say that.
So yeah, obviously with how successful an event is
Mm,
in Australia, we know that probably South Africans would get on board as well.
definitely.
So that would be a pretty cool event.
Good
Some
times, though.
dangerous animals out on the courses in South Africa.
Yeah. This is-
Imagine having a
There's no
swing and then you're getting chased down by a lion or something.
Yeah. That'd be
You know,
real
like
fun.
a hippo is one of the most dangerous animals.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do know that.
They are frightening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like their jaw strength.
They're
They're fast.
the
Too, aren't
cutest things, but they're vicious.
they? Aren't they like sneaky fast on land? Like
Yeah, yeah.
they'll
Yeah.
hunt you down and get you,
They
man.
just fuck you up. Yeah, you don't want to mess with a hippo for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So,
Ace
That's-
Ventura rhinos out in the course.
so that's
kind of hunting these rhinos.
so that's
Warm.
Korea,
Yes,
DC next, but we've got to wait a little bit now, don't we?
we got some
PGA
time. Yeah.
Yeah, we got some time.
hmm
But
But
do you want to get to it?
let's get to it.
Oh, fantasy.
Fantasy, baby.
Ooh.
Forgot about that, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I know what's about to
Hey,
happen.
just quickly before we get there, how good are did you see the Rip It Ironheads grips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
nice.
think about it?
Yeah, I did actually.
Did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I did. Yeah, well, you know me.
Yeah.
Those like orange ones, they were
Yeah.
they're very me.
I kind of almost wanted to go the mix and match.
Oh yeah, mix and match, eh?
I'm not. That's
That's
not.
not- that's not like
That's
you.
not normally my go.
Yeah, you're very.
I think once you dive into the world of mix and match, it's a really fun, wacky
Well, I'm
place.
kind of like because I'm dabbling with the idea of different brands in my bag now.
Yeah.
You're always dabbling.
No, but
You're constantly
no,
dabbling.
but I would never like mix and match brands before.
Yeah,
But now I'm kind of like, oh, this is
Yeah, mix and
It's kinda
match is
fun.
fun.
it is fun.
Do you know the one thing I can't do though? Get this.
lucky.
So I got like I did have the Callaway AI Smoke driver, and now I'm back with the Sim 2 in the
Yeah.
bag. But I've got because I got the Strixon irons and the Strixon bag.
Mm,
I bought these Masters Strixon head covers,
of course you did.
but I can't quite bring myself to put like a Strixon head cover on like a TaylorMade or a
oh
Callaway
yeah,
driver.
no, I won't go. That.
Oh
That's,
yeah.
Is that different?
that's too loose.
You get where I'm coming from. Like,
yeah.
You can have a different driver to your irons, I reckon. That's not
What are you
too
gonna do
bad.
with the
I
head
reckon-
covers though?
Okay, these are my little
Non-negotiables.
unspoken rules.
Just put it
You
on
know,
your forearm.
things that I feel like your irons need to match your bag.
Mm.
You're pretty safe because you got like kind of like a bag
Yeah.
specific brand.
Yeah.
But like I feel like if your irons have to match your bag.
Mm.
I feel like the driver, the 3-wood, the hybrid, whatever you got
That's
there,
that's
you're
preference.
working with.
That's preference.
Yeah, that's just whatever you like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could be your driver matches your bag.
Nah, I reckon irons.
irons have to match the bag.
Unless you just got it complete. If you're a psychopath and you got completely mismatched irons, then
Irons have to match the bag
yeah.
because irons have to match.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Imagine that.
You
those
can't
people
have
don't
like
count.
you can't have
Yeah.
like
They're like garage sale people, you know.
you
like-
can't have a
yeah.
Cobra.
freaks.
You can't enjoy
You can't have
time
a
with
Cobra 7 iron and then a TaylorMade 8 iron.
No, that's
them. No.
just-
That's
That's wacky,
psychotic.
That's wacky D.
yeah.
You know,
Call the cops.
Put them in the bin.
wedges all have to match.
Mm.
They can be a different brand though,
Yeah.
but of the same family.
To your iron.
Putter.
Yeah.
See, again, you can't. I feel like driver and putter,
Yeah.
whatever that brand is, either has to be some sort of random, generic, fun novelty head cover, or it has to be the brand of.
Yeah,
the
you can't.
putter
You
or the-
can't put. Yeah, you can't put.
So you can't put like a Callaway head
No,
cover
no.
on a
No,
TaylorMade.
someone on Marketplace was selling a Scotty Cameron with a TaylorMade head cover. I'm
You
like,
can't
what
do that.
what
That's
you
just confusing, man.
That's just because they want to keep the Scotty Cameron
Yeah.
head cover.
Yeah.
Wacky D's.
Yeah, no, don't be doing
So am I right in that?
Yeah,
Like,
I think so.
it's hard.
With-
because
with the
at
iron-
some point I am going to put those head covers on because they're sick.
I feel like with the irons though, having them all match, I think it's only acceptable if it's like a driving iron, like a 2 or a 3. I think if something different, I think that's okay because that's in the same realm of say a hybrid or a 3-wood or something like
that's probably the one. I mean, I've got the Strixon driving iron like to match.
Oh,
but
yeah,
like,
okay.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
For example, like
that.
the
If you got a 2
TaylorMade-
iron that's something different, I think that's cool.
So I think they've got like a Sim like TaylorMade
Mm.
like driving iron. They're pretty nice. Like I'd consider that.
You had to look at it.
Yeah.
what you said before makes some sense. Makes me feel a little bit more comfortable at dabbling with different brands.
Yeah.
Is the bag if it's a generic or a not a
Like a vessel bag.
yes
Mm.
a custom bag or something.
Yeah.
That makes me more comfortable with.
Throwing, yeah.
See,
bit
like
of,
the
That
bridge.
I'm not. I'm
see,
not
the good thing about
completely diving in.
bit of variety.
the good
yeah.
thing about the Bridgestone bags, you can play a Bridgestone ball,
yeah. See the
and you don't have to have Bridgestone irons. I
yeah
feel like 'cause
the
that's
bag can match the ball.
You know what I mean?
I love that bag, by the way.
Yeah, it's very.
Yeah,
It's a
you-
very nice bag.
I've offered him.
I know.
Yeah, but I
If
feel
you-
though,
moving on.
yeah, it's got to match.
It's a beautiful bag.
All right, fantasy.
Oh yeah, we're talking about fantasy. How do we get there?
So, how do we do this again? We
You
unveil-
announce who won.
All right. So, LIV Golf Korea. got the remote.
Let's look to the screen. Now explain to everyone what we're doing here.
So the colour around the screen for those watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
And if you're not watching on YouTube,
you'll tell when we go,
go and have a little peek.
yeah,
Like and subscribe, you know.
Yeah.
like, subscribe, share that shit around.
Mhm.
Hey, just quick. Sorry, I know. I'm just.
Fuck's sake. Go ahead.
There's something that made me laugh. Did you see Dave's little subscribe video?
Oh, that was the best.
How good was that?
I didn't
I
catch
watched
it.
that so many times. It just made me laugh. my
Dave
ass
from
off.
4 to 4
Yeah, yeah.
had this very picturesque tee shot.
Yeah.
He said, like, this is just the one that you want to hit good.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I did see
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
sprays it right, and
Yeah.
then
Say it. Say it.
say it. Subscribe. I loved it. That was
Shout out to that crew.
Yeah,
That
4
was-
to 4.
that was very up my alley in
Yeah.
terms of the humour. Yes, so for those watching around the screen, we've got different colours that represent the teams.
For our fantasy league.
For our fantasy, we haven't seen blue this year because Bounce GC hasn't got a win. Sorry to rub it in, Chris.
You're not sorry.
Yeah, that was very deliberate.
That's very deliberate. So, the winner of Korea
Go ahead.
LIV Golf
Yeah.
2025 TWH Fantasy.
I wonder who.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Mm.
Is Green Machine GC.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, what's new with you, Chris?
So, I'll take you through the.
Oh, I feel like this is gonna be bad.
Painful.
This is gonna be very
What
painful.
I'll do first, I'll take you through the overall standings, where we're at before Korea. Okay.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
Okay.
So, in third place was Bounce GC with
Boing.
213 points. 213 points before Korea. In
213.
second
Write that
place, before Korea, Green Machine, 336 points.
Yeah,
And in first place before Korea
I know.
was Junkyard Pigs, 359 points. All right. So let's take you through the points.
Piggies. Up the piggies.
In third place for Korea is Junkyard Pigs.
Yeah.
Get that up, yeah.
Chris is stoked with second place.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be me.
Yes, silver medal. All right. So the Junkyard Pigs with
Give it to me.
16 points.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I
He said
was
that
really
about
hoping.
last week he said ouch to you getting 16 points. I thought I'd just, rub it in.
Oh,
The
head kick you.
arrogance.
16 points for the Piglets.
Up the piggies.
In second place for Korea, Bounce GC
Boing.
with 47 points.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Respectable.
Respectable. And in first place,
More of that.
Green Machine, Korea, 66 points.
Oh, not by
Ooh.
much.
I
Not
was
by much.
I was expecting a
I
lot
was-
more.
Yeah, I was expecting a whipping.
No, I'll show you how it unfolded. So we'll start with the
Please
piggies.
do.
Start with the piggies.
Yeah.
So we had Neiman, 2 points with the multiplier. Got you 4 points.
I was. Yeah, he had a bit of a push on the last
what?
day.
You know
I
what,
was like,
Whitey?
what?
Might be time to get rid of.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's a bounce move.
Yeah.
Tirade Hatton, 6 points. Lucas Herbert, 6 points. Sergio Garcia, donuts.
He was right near the bottom.
Munoz and Oosthuizen looking to probably real nice on the bench there. Just saying.
Yeah, I know. Shut
All
up.
right. Bounce GC. Cameron Smith, who
Hey.
seems to play a lot better for Bounce GC.
He does.
26 points.
Mm.
Well
Not bad.
done, Cam.
With the multiplier, right?
That's with the multiplier. Yeah, that's with the multiplier.
Thank
Dustin Johnson got your donut king.
Mm.
Brooks kept you 3 points.
There's a couple of points.
Hey.
He was up there, but he just fell away. And Patrick Reed,
Hey. there it is.
18
That's
points
my
for the
man.
fourth.
Yeah, I left someone out.
Burmy.
Yeah,
But he fell.
he fell.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
was- Sweating.
Had he stayed up, you would have won if he
Yeah.
was up there still. Yeah, but it didn't work out that way. Green Machine GC, Phil Mickelson 0 points. David Pooge, unfortunately, just fell away. 0 points. He was there for most
Yeah, he was.
most of the weekend. John Rahm, 26 points with the multiplier again.
Not bad.
And that Tom 10.
Fuck it.
And with the win, Bryson DeChambeau, 40 points, got the 66.
Nice.
So, overall, after Korea, in third place still, Bounce GC, 260 points. Chris, I see that.
Coming.
Yeah. In second place after Korea, Junkyard Pigs, 375 points.
Oh, it's still 100 and something off.
And in first place after Korea, Green Machine GC, 402 points.
I was wondering if you cracked the 400.
Yeah, I
So-
have. By 2 points.
So he's only 27 ahead of me. It's all good.
So, just before we sign off,
Mm.
because we're going to keep this one short tonight,
You say that, but
any trade talk?
yeah, we had a meeting.
Yeah, without me.
We had a phone link up.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, Chris really wants his first rounder back.
Oh, my first rounder's back. All of them.
He wants his first rounder back.
Okay.
So, we tickled the idea of me getting a second rounder and a player for your first rounder.
The offer stands.
Who are you going to give me?
Dustin Johnson and my second rounder.
What do you think about that? I don't know if
Who's on your bench?
Well, it's probably going to be.
You got some young'uns on your bench.
I'm probably going to bring in Ortiz. So
Who are you dropping?
Well, this is the thing. I mean,
Probably
Mickelson.
Pooh's
Nick
just
Mickelson.
there. Yeah, probably Phil's going to
Now,
go to the bench.
You got to ask yourself: is Dustin Johnson a better option than Phil Mickelson?
I don't know.
I'd say yeah. Oh, I don't know.
For a first rounder next year, if I somehow snag the win this year,
Mm.
and then I get a first round, I get 2 first rounders,
Mm.
it's got to be a tasty dish.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to say that.
Just riddle me this. All right.
Mm.
So where's Cam on the overall standings?
No, I don't.
Just
Are you going to propose something?
where's Cam?
Cam Smith is currently sitting in 18th,
Okay. Where's Brooks Koepka?
12th.
And where's Dustin Johnson?
In the open zone, 28th.
So really, it's got to be Brooks in the second rounder, doesn't it?
But I think then you're fleecing me.
But you get your first rounder back.
You get my first rounder, but I think you've got to throw in something else.
What about Phil?
Nah, that's not really. Doesn't really fit the profile.
What do you mean?
It kind of does.
The fact
actually.
you're fighting so hard back for your first rounder
It's hilarious to you.
is hilarious.
Well, Chris, like I said to you over the phone, I'm in the position of power here. But it's up
Yeah.
to it's up to what you want.
You know what though?
Here we go.
After this performance in Korea,
Korea.
I think we're a fighting chance.
Hey, don't.
Hey,
don't
it's
blow it up.
we're halfway through the season. Anything could happen.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, man.
John Rahm could get injured.
Don't put that out in the
No,
universe.
just it could happen.
It could happen.
This fucking guy,
I
man.
know.
It happened to Ben Campbell,
True.
and we love Ben Campbell.
We do.
BC.
I've got Abe Answer. I don't know if that tickles your fancy. It's pretty cool.
What, Brooks and a second rounder for Abe Answer and my first rounder back?
I'm getting fleeced, aren't I? Yeah, that's dumb. Thanks for saying
I
it
was
out
gonna
loud.
Jump on that.
Yeah, it was dumb.
Why are you looking at me?
Yeah, look.
What about Ortiz?
Nah, definitely not. Let's park it.
Park it.
That's
Think
fair.
about it.
We got some time. We
Think
got some
about
time.
Are you ready to part with Sergio yet, or
What are you offering?
who said I was offering?
Who?
Hey, you
okay.
just made a comment to me about Sergio, didn't you? You
What?
said it to me over the phone the other day. You said, "Oh, he was thinking about Sergio." Old Buggerlugs over here.
Want Sergio?
I really want a pick. But if you packaged a pick and Sergio, I could make a pretty package back.
I reckon you can get a pretty nice package, mate.
Okay, let's just stop talking
I
about
reckon,
packages for a
I reckon
second.
you could get 2 major winners out of my lineup for that package.
So what do you actually
If
proposing?
you gave me your first round pick and Sergio Garcia, I mean, you could probably take a.
You could probably pick who you wanted.
You could probably come at me with an offer.
No. Not my first rounder, definitely not.
I mean, why do you got to look at it this way?
Go ahead.
You're behind now. You've probably got to make an aggressive move to try and take the title out.
You're such a fuckhead, mate. Last week you guys were talking like I'm running away with it. Steve gets a win, and now I'm in.
But look at his squad. He's got Bryson DeChambeau and John Rahm.
Last week you were saying the exact same thing about my squad.
Yeah,
How short is your memory?
A week's a long time in fantasy
Let
golf.
me just play mediator here. Maybe, what about a second rounder? You get 2 second-round picks. Or is that
We're
not
talking
enough?
like a 3-way trade.
No, I'm just saying.
No, this has rubbed me the wrong way. It's not happening.
You know what? You know
Digging
what?
the heels.
I'll look at Whitey's second rounder and Sergio Garcia.
Off the table. Untouchable.
Have you won a TWH Fantasy League yet?
Have you won an event
No, I'm
this
just
year?
saying. Have you won a championship in the
No.
time of, okay, you're not going in with an attitude like that.
Oh,
Have you?
No, but
Have you won an event this year?
No, but everyone.
Have
knows.
you won anything?
what a beautiful, what a beautiful event we have here.
Spirit planets on it.
You know what's perfect about this? This is all part of my plan.
Shut up.
I'm going for the 3-peat.
We
And
might,
you
yeah.
guys are fighting.
me and Whitey might merge.
Yeah, then we'll take you out.
The bounce pig.
The bouncing pig.
The junkyard bounce.
Yeah.
To be honest, my franchise is ripe for a takeover at the moment.
Yeah.
It turns into a 2-man league.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Someone's got to buy me out.
You need some help. You need something. You got to throw up a Hail Mary. You know what I'd do if I were you? Can I just give you some advice?
Retire.
I would throw up
I would vomit.
I would throw up everything for multiple pigs.
Well, I'm trying to, but no one wants
No,
to deal.
you haven't tried hard enough. Throw up everything for multiple picks and try and just build your team full of guys who are around the mark. You might jag a couple of wins.
Okay, how about this?
There we go. So,
No, how about this? Everybody on my squad is up for grabs except Cameron Smith.
see, then you
Yeah.
just didn't listen to what word I
No,
just
well, I've
said.
got to have a keeper. So if I franchise tag him now,
Your franchise tag means nothing. Neiman last year, Bryson at the start of this year, and now Cameron Smith.
no, but you're forgetting the original franchise tag,
Who was that?
Pat Perez.
And he had John Rahm.
He's retired.
He had John
Neiman
Rahm.
wasn't-
He had
Neiman-
John Rahm too.
wait.
yeah.
I didn't actually franchise tag Neiman.
Okay.
I tagged Perez and then picked up Neiman again
Yeah.
because you all passed on him.
Anyway, that's
Anyway.
that's food for thought before the next event.
Oh, God.
Anything else that we need to touch on before we go?
We were going to touch on something, but I think we might hold off.
Okay.
Oh, the courses.
We were going to build our ultimate live tour.
Give me one more week.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
because-
I'll
hold
do
off.
some research.
I thought about it, but I didn't. I want to lock it down.
I wanted to
lock it
do.
down.
We are at the official halfway point of the season.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to discuss a couple of little talking points.
Yeah, sure.
About your mid-season review.
Okay.
Ultra quick.
Ultra quick, just quick fire. Biggest surprise packet of the year so far.
Not a surprise, but I'm super impressed how well Herbie's playing. Lucas Herbert.
Yeah, good
that's-
take. I'd probably say the same.
Yeah, and I hope and I think it's just going to continue. And yeah, get some major invites maybe.
Mine maybe even just consistently Bubba Watson, just probably going from
Huge,
the
yeah.
drop zone to being within the sort of top 10 early on and sort of being in contention. You know, he might have fallen away, but he's shown a definite improvement from last season.
Yeah, similar. Phil Mickelson.
Yep.
Bit of a surprise packet too, like he's kind of around the mark.
Yep.
Nice, super quick. Biggest letdown.
Maybe Brooks.
I'm going to say Majestics as a team. Just because I want them so badly
Yeah.
to be up there to get a win. And I think with who they have, it's possible. And I feel like we're kind of just waiting for something to happen there. You probably, or I'd even say Majestics, Ironheads,
Yeah.
High Flyers, Cleeks, that kind of thing. I want more from those teams.
Yeah.
In terms of individual, it changes so much. So, kind of the guys. I mean, we saw like obviously Taylor Gooch drop off, but then he's had a good weekend, just
Yeah.
gone. So I'm going to say
it
more
can
more
turn
related
around.
to the
It can always
teams.
turn, yeah.
More related to the teams.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to go Brandon Grace again because I just think that he had a lot to play for coming back this year.
Yeah.
Getting handed that spot back.
Yeah.
Handed the spot back sounds harsh. And it's harsh now that he's injured. But he was probably where I was leaning towards.
Way to kick him out while he's down.
Yeah. He was my original first round pick.
The beginning of the end.
Yeah,
man.
the bounce.
Most improved.
Not. I was going to say Herbie again, but I guess he's kind of. I feel like he's slowly just improved from the start of last season to now.
I'm going to say David Puig.
Yeah.
I just feel like he's been around the mark. Even him or Ortiz.
Yeah, I was about to say
I was
Puig or
gonna say-
Ortiz, yeah.
I
was
feel
gonna
like
say Carlos.
I feel like from last season to this season, they've kind of taken the jump we expected the year before, or for last year. I feel like they've jumped a little bit now, where they're kind of in the discussion more often in the final days. I'll say that.
Yeah, I agreed.
Look when I sort of compare Carlos to Mito. Kind of came in and Mito was like up here, and
Yeah.
now Carlos is kind of his trajectory's gone up. I think he's been my maybe like you said more sustained kind of improvement.
Yeah.
But and your highlight of the year so far.
Oof. Oh, just LIV Adelaide. Just being a part of it, and that week was awesome.
From
and
a personal point of view.
Yeah, definitely. And great atmosphere.
Probably got two. Actually, probably three then, really. Like, so I'll say LIV, like, personally, from the podcast point of view, the highlight was talking to Rick Shields and Pat Perez and having that whole weekend, like you said.
Yep.
Golf-wise, I'd probably got, I got two. One would be Pat Reed's ace on the watering hole.
Yeah.
Even though we weren't
We're
there
there.
to see it go in, but we did hear it, and obviously we're around the aftermath. And probably just the LIV Jules event, just being what it is and what it can be, and what it will be moving forward.
I need to rewatch that, actually.
Yeah, I think that's a real
After the hype.
yeah, that's a real highlight for LIV, and for what?
and plenty of room for growth.
Yeah.
Yeah, no Pat Perez for me.
No doubt.
That's why that was in there.
Oh, and you know what? And seriously, like I had the kind of, it's almost like it was a bit of pinch me moment. Like, imagine going back to the start of this podcast and saying, you're going to be sitting at LIV Adelaide talking about Kanye West songs with Rick Shields.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, so that's a highlight.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Been very lucky. One more before we go. I can't remember what our predictions was at the start of the year, but halfway point, individual winner. Individual champion for 2025.
Okay.
I think it's pretty hard to go past Neiman. I
Okay.
I think-
past him.
Yeah, I've gone past him as well.
Really?
Mm.
No, I think he. I'm going to go out and say it. I think he wins another two events before the end of the year. So I think so. What that'll be 4 for the year alone. I
Chris?
think he win another 2.
I think Bryson.
John Rahm. I feel like his consistency, the turtle.
Yeah.
The turtle wins the race. I reckon his consistency is just going to rack up points the whole time, and he'll get 1 or 2 wins throughout the year. I reckon he'll end up taking it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I feel like all these other players can have bad weeks. Rahm has not shown that yet
It's
in a
true.
year. In a year and a half, he has always ended up in the top 10. It's incredibly impressive.
Yeah, I'd say
Incredibly impressive.
I'd say probably to your point, I guess then would be that he hasn't really played. Probably hasn't played his best golf either.
It's
No.
pretty close when you look at the points. Neiman's 125.52, Bryson's 105.35, and Rahm's 105.16.
I think it's going to be those two again.
Yeah.
Like I probably would have said Rahm second,
Mm.
but I think Rahm's going to be consistent and he'll be there. But I
Yeah.
think Neiman just has the ability to just win these. It's just something about LIV Golf and the
Yeah.
way he plays in the 3 days suits his game really well.
Yeah.
He's an incredible talent, I think, and like I said, I think it's like winning for him just seems so easy.
Yeah.
Now. Whereas like the consistency for Rahm is that he can be around the mark, but I think it'll be those two. But I think Neiman eventually gets it this year.
Bryson gets very, very hot. If he can hold on to that, I don't think anyone can catch him if he holds on to it.
If he can continues this form that he's in at the moment, which especially around major season, he's going to be a contender for sure.
Okay, go out and give me your team winner.
I feel like it's the 3. It's maybe 4.
I'm going to say Legion 13.
It's either Legion, Crushers, or Ripper. I feel like.
Don't forget, Legion 13 didn't have Rahm last year in the team championship.
Yeah, true.
Now, I say give me your winner. I'm probably not counting the team championship because that can all change on the day, on the weekend.
Just your overall.
Who finishes top?
Who finishes top? And Fireballs are up there as well, but they've got a bit of a... Yeah, I reckon Legion 13.
Little slump Fireballs at the moment.
Yeah.
Eighth and
For
10th
Legion, they need Hatton to fire. They need Hatton to fire up.
I think he'll be back.
Yeah.
I think he'll be a big point
the
getter.
fact he was like in the top 20
Yeah.
this week, I feel like it's good.
I'm already looking ahead to next season. I'm excited about Legion next season if they keep that team together. Caleb Surratt and Tom McKibben.
Yeah.
Those two could be anything.
They're both just so streaky.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they're on though.
Yeah. I think that's the thing about LIV. It's with the way it's set up, you want to be getting consistent points.
Yeah.
Just to really lock things in. So you can be streaking and get the top 10 finish and get some points, but in really order to cement yourself or to be in the conversation of the top 5 by the end of the year, you just need that consistency. And we've seen that from Lucas Herbert. We've seen that from Sergio Barr the last couple of weeks. Rahm, Neiman, Bryson's always sort of around there as well. So it's just those guys that consistently get points and they play consistent golf. They're going to see the best points, whereas the streaky ones, they might get them here and there.
Yep.
All right.
Anyway.
That's it?
That's it.
Cool. Well, that's another episode of The Watering Hole.
Fun times.
Hey, another 2 to go.
Yep.
And then we can celebrate.
Some formalities before we go.
Please.
Do it.
If you haven't already, please jump onto the YouTube channel. Like Whitey said before, like, subscribe, share the podcast as well.
Share it around, bruh.
We want to see it on your stories and let's get it around. Throw it around.
Throw that thing around. And I'm not
That's
talking about your penis. Sorry.
I would delete that. All right. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.